Good evening everyone, welcome back to stage 5 or round 5 of the Army Cycling eRace series. This one, it's not a nice one, this one, in my opinion. We're on Cobbled Climbs, so we're in Richmond, and was the home of the World Championships a while back in the 2015, and it brought out a pretty brutal course. So A's and B's then going to be doing 3 laps of this course, and C's and D's will be doing 2 laps. So the kind of big hitters on this then is there is 3 prominent climbs. 2 are categorised. 1 I think should be, but it isn't. And we've got each lap you'll hit Libby Hill, which is about 600 metres long, but it does average at 6.4%. It is a good ramp to kind of split the pack up. And straight after that, so you've got a very, very brief descent, and then you into the 23rd Street climb, right, which again is quite short. So this one's only 300 metres long, but it's got an average of 10%. So that'll throw a spanner in the works. And then, like I say, it's not categorised, but it should be. And you have a very, very short descent again, and then you head up Governor's Street, which is kind of a long drag up to the finish. Looking at the standings earlier then, so core standings, Royal Signals are kind of leading the way at the minute, followed by the Royal Engineers and then the Infantry. So not much in between the Royal Engineers and the Infantry, but the Royal Signals have got kind of a commanding 600-point lead, so I think that's quite impressive. And it'll be kind of hard to beat with only this round and one more round afterwards. Quick run through the general classification. So in the women's division, so you got Angela Laycox leading the charge on that. In the ACAT, you've got Will Mead. I'll slightly go back. So women's category, we got Angela in first currently, and then time gap 3 minutes back, 3 minutes 18 back. We got Rosie Coe and 11 minutes 17 from first place is Ibby Neville. In the ACAT then we got Will Mead, Rob McEwen and Kev Fowler. So another lot of Royal Signals in there with Rob and Kev, with our first infantry guy in there, Dan Collins, is sitting in fourth. But there's not much in this. So Will Mead is obviously first, 8 seconds back is Rob McEwen, and 41 seconds is Kev Fowler. So when we've got the climbing one to come, there is all to play. So in the BCAT then, you got Rich Smith, Ken Thompson and Russ Miller. So Ken Thompson is 45 seconds back from Rich Smith, and Russ is 146 back from first place. CCAT then, we got Rich Barrett, Pat Weir and Rich Parry. We got a minute 7 Pat Weir from Rich Barrett, and then we've got Rich Parry is 109 from first place, but Adam Backhouse in fourth's not far behind. He's only 6 seconds off that. Down in the DCAT then, so a lot of the DCAT riders unfortunately have been promoted to CCAT, so the pen's not as big. I say unfortunately, it is great that they are hitting the performance gains. Just I think some of them are a little bit gutted with losing their placings in the DCAT, but we've got Ches Chester in first, Marty Jarrod and Michael Ashurst, and that is quite big gaps in there. So Marty's 5 minutes 20 back from Ches Chester, so today and next week there's all to play for. And Michael Ashurst is 6 minutes 16 from first place. So still all to play for in this, and that has just gone through the general classification before we start. So as with most of this then, I will pick a rider and kind of stick with it, but we've got someone going off the front first. And who is this? So R. Gregory from the Royal Artillery. Flexing early. And what I'll do is I'll flick through the categories as I normally do throughout this and see if I can try and catch the finish of each of the races. So looking at the end of the A Cup pen, we've got 18 riders tonight. That's probably the lowest amount we've had in the A Cup pen. But I have noticed a few have come up from B, so that's good to see that they've either self-promoted through performance gains, or they've just realised that they've not raced for a while and their racing score's a bit low. They probably should be racing in a higher category. So all top 3 of the general classification are all in this, so that keeps that competition alive for now. There's about a K1.5 kind of lead in here before the first descent, so it's not there's nothing of note to kind of talk about. It's pretty rolling, and I'll see if I can have a look and see if I can see anyone in the B cat. There we go. Look, perfect timing, because I think I've picked the person who's at the front. Chris Groves. So Chris Groves, infantry from the B cat. So if you get, like I've said before, if you get a random friend request from me off Swift Companion, it'll be because I'm actually trying to find individuals on the course. It's looking like there's a bit of an internet issue on the stream, which is fine, because if it happens, then I will upload this as a video a little bit later on. Oh, we seem to be back in. I wonder if it's the weather here. The weather here is a bit terrible at the minute. Yeah, if it is jumping, because it keeps saying it's dropping out a little bit, I will upload this a little bit later. So here's the first climb that the B cat are going to hit. This is 23rd Street. So we've come to there. We'll watch the B cat with this. See, everyone's popping feathers nice and early. No one seems to be attacking just yet. There's no orange numbers or anything like that, so that's good for now, I suppose. And hopefully this is stop jumping. Very frustrated. Oh, Chris is dropping slightly. We got Russ Miller up the front here. Russ has been racing in the Flamme Rouge racing lately, and that's a tough race series. So there, up 23rd Street, there's a small descent now. And then they'll be descending down into to Libby Hill. Oh, it is very frustrating if the stream is jumping, because I can kind of see it on OBS. And as they ascend up Libby Hill, remember this is the shorter one, but it's an average of 10%, so we expect to see some fireworks on this. And I suspect when we go back to the A-Cat in a little bit, it'll be blown apart by some of the riders that are in there. But we got Kev Thompson on the front here. He's seems to be leading the way for the B-Cat. Closely followed by Russ Miller. You can see they're really spread out now. What we should get, if we're lucky, is we can hopefully jump into the C-Cat. And we jump into Adam Backhouse here. There seems to be a bit of a break up the front here of the C-Cat riders. There's Angela, who's leading the female category. And these are now heading up. This is Governor Street. This is the long Governor Street, I believe. So you see there, it just says KOM. It's 3.4% at 700 meters, but it's enough to blow the legs apart. And the C-Cat, 42 riders in there, and they're spread all the way down the climbs. You can see them all the way down there. Couple of Royal Signals at the front, pushing the pace, keeping it alive at the front of the C-Cat here on the ladies competition. You see, this is just there's a very short little downhill here before we cross the line. This is a horrible course. I'm not a fan. It hurts the legs. What you suspect is, on this descent here, as you can see now, they're all starting to come back together. So those three climbs are really decisive, and they're going to probably be really decisive for the rest of the race. So this is the D-Cat then, so we jump on. We've got Mike Lashurst here, who's third in the competition. And this is they're going up the KOM, the same KOM we just talked about there, that the last lot was. So there's 15 in this competition tonight. And this hill seems to be hurting people. It seems to be really hurting people. I'll be honest, when I've raced this hill has been my demise a few times, and I've definitely suffered on it. But you've just got to stick with it. Unfortunately, these have got another lap of this. So let's jump forward and have a look at the A-Cat race and see if we can catch up with them. Oh, we've had a big break here. We've had a break. So, and no surprise, the current leader of the GC, Will Mead, is out front, using those TT skills to power away. And he's got daylight. He's got 11 seconds to Dan Collins now. And we've got groups behind. So Dan Collins, solo, bit of a gap. He's stuck in no man's land here. It's 13 seconds to Will in front, 13 seconds to Rob behind. But this group behind, led by Rob McEwen here, that's a good chasing group, that. There's some strong riders in there with Will Blunt. We have one just slightly hanging off the back, but Will's now going to start pushing the pace. Hopefully these lot are taking turns to try and bring this back. Yeah, and they've dropped Ian Evans, unfortunately. More known for being a sprinter. He's still got a good climbing legs on him, but not tonight. This is one of those horrible courses. So we've got Mike Latchin now. He's come up from the B-Cat into the to A-Cat. We've got a couple of riders with him then. So we've got Jim B, Kev Fowler, Harry Nansen. These lot are 12 seconds off Ian Evans, 26 off the second group on the road, and probably close to a minute from Will Mead out in front. Yep, so they'll be close to a minute from Will Mead. Now these have brought down the gap now to Dan Collins to 7 seconds. So if I was Dan, if I'm honest, I would sit up because he's not really bridging the gap to Will Mead. Right, if anyone wants to know what those are, right, what are coming from Dan's feet, he does a lot of Zwifting because he's got the Aero socks. Now the Aero socks is part of the factory tour challenge. You have to complete the factory tour, which is a lot of hours on Zwift. And in Zwift, those are the only wearable item that gives an advantage. So well done to him for getting them. I am miles away from getting them. Very few people have got them. They've also been nicknamed toilet paper socks because it looks like he's got streams of toilet paper coming off his legs. So I've heard that a few times. But very cool at the same time. And as you can see, the group behind, they've really brought it back. Hopefully Dan was listening and he sat up because he'll get a little bit more respite with this group. And they've got a better chance of 5 of them chasing Will Mead down. Although chasing Will Mead down is a challenge in itself. But I think these are going to get the catch. And in that, I'll probably go back and see if I can have a look at the B-Cat. Find a rider to look at. There we go, Russ Miller. So this looks like the lead group from B-Cat. They seem to have stayed together. Right, no attacks going off the front on this one just yet. We've got a few off the back. So you see Russ's bike was lighting up a little bit there. That's the that is the factory tour challenge that I just talked about, and that for the first part of it, 250 watt hours you've got to get. You'll get what's called lightning socks. So when he gets certain percentages of his FTP, the bike will light up with a bit of lightning. Pretty exciting, pretty cool. Right, if you get to level 50, or I think it's level 50, you get flame socks. So if you see anyone with flames going off anywhere, that's what that is. Well, this lot seem to be riding around together. Didn't seem to be any major attacks just yet. So I will have a jump back and see if we can see how the C-Cat race is going on. Okay, so this is a bit of a split here. So Adam, who is obviously 4th in the championship at the minute, has been dropped by the main pack. Who we got on there? So we still got Jim Coulson from the infantry in there, so that I know. Rich Parry's in there. See, there's the flame socks I just talked about. Someone just had them there. So if anyone's a certain percentage of the FTP and the flame socks will appear. If there's anyone watching the stream, I think there's a few of you still watching. I'll upload this as a video later, which won't be lagging in any way. I think there's a bit of an internet issue when it comes to streaming at the moment from where I am. Seems to be a bit of an attack on the front here by T. Dobson. Royal Engineers, they want to solidify their second place and maybe start bridging to the Royal Signals in first. But he's starting to stretch the group out now. Still a long way to go though, still a long way to go. So let's go back and have a look at the C-Cat. Let's see how Phil Carr's getting on. Oh, unfortunately, Phil's been dropped from the main pack. 22 seconds from this group in front. See someone just up the road in P right. He's only 8 seconds, so he might be able to bridge on once he gets up these climbs. Phil raced last night in the Team Not Poggy Take No Prisoners crits, and had a good race. Increased his FTP by 10 watts in that race, so it was really good to see. So push forward here, then you can see the Sea-Cat is really strung out across these climbs. We've got Tim Jones, one of our veterans. D Thomas, he's just off the back of this group, but he is doing more watts than those at the back, so I've got a feeling he's going to get back on. He can go to the front. So there's Old Man Evo, right, or Old Evo as he likes to call himself, in 16th place. He's doing all right. And this looks like the main pack here. So Adam Backhouse has got himself back on, which is good to see. It's really good to see. And this is the lead pack from the Sea-Cat. So see if we can have a quick look back before we push to the eRace again. So we'll have a look at D-Cat. So this is this the lead? This is the lead group of D-Cats then, right? So a nice little group of 6 of them. Just as they start to crest this climb, the rest of the group, they're about a minute back there, so they're out of sight completely. So this looks like where the winner's going to come from, this group. And they are slowly ramping it up, but no major attacks or anything just yet from this group. So we jump forward to the A-Cat, and we'll see how they're getting on. So again, this is the chase pack. So we got Will Mead 37 seconds. So they've brought a little bit back. They've brought a little bit back, the 4 of these. The 4 of these are stronger together than one rider on their own, in theory. But we have got a TT specialist out front, so you never know. Right? Dan Collins, very strong rider, decided to sit up. He had at one point a 13-second gap to these, but it looked like he sat up and allowed them to get back on. And these are now trying to chase Will Mead down, who's a commanding 37 seconds, and he's not resting on his laurels either. He's still doing over 4, nearly 5 watts per kilo there. And they took a couple of seconds off him. It was a 37 a minute ago, so they are slowly bringing it back, but he's not resting on a big gap, a big lead. So can those 4 bring it back? So a little bit further back, we've got what would be the main chase pack with Kev Fowler, Ian Evans, Tom Chanel, Harry Nansen, Mike Latchin, and these lot they are shifting. They're definitely shifting. It's minus 5% at the moment, so they are going downhill. So it's not an optical illusion. They're not going too fast, but they've got 50 seconds to that chase group, that lead chase group up ahead, and 1 minute 30. So it just shows you how strong of an effort Will Mead has just put in tonight. But these guys here, right, I think he's just put Will Mead pull a few more seconds back out. Rob's big diesel engine on the front, I don't think is going to pull this one back, but he will try. He definitely will try. So back to the B-Cat then. So with Russ Miller, we've got D Metcalf, D Neville. this looks like the lead rider then. There's only 15 in the B-Cat tonight. And they're just descending that hill that we just seen the A-Cat group just descending. So we'll have a brief look at C-Cat. Oh, it looks again like the same hill here, which seems to be a bit of a thorn in Adam's side here. Well, there's Angela. This is the lead pack of C-Cats, and Angela's leading the ladies competition. And these hills definitely are splitting the group. What we've got up there, we've got T. Dobson is leading for the C-Cat, and that is a big gap now. I know it only says 4 seconds, but on the road that is a huge gap. There is a lot of daylight there, and if he crests on his own, and he's now started to use his power up, he crests on his own, then and he puts the hammer down, he could make a quite commanding lead with that. So remember, there's only 18.6k for the for these. So these are in their last 6k. And he's carried on over the top, which is great to see. 8 seconds, 9 seconds now. But the climbs are so punchy on this that could be quite easily brought back. And it looks like Jim is reacting, Jim Coulson, and is starting to bring it back, and the group is starting to push on. On the flat and the rolling, these should be moving a bit quicker. But if you look down the road, he's out of sight. 9 seconds. That is a commanding attack. Great to see. We jump back to the D-Cat. So this looks like the lead group of D-Cats, and again they seem to be staying together, these 5 or 6. And there is over a minute 19 to the group behind. Right, so these have still got 8k left to go. Feathers are starting to get used now. They tend to save them for that red part of the climb that you can see on the climbing hood there. 23rd Street's awful. It's an awful climb. Well, I've mentioned it numerous times. I hate this course. I'm actually pleased I'm not racing it. Oh, we've had an attack on the front. So in the lead group, Will Blunt has gone rogue from the remainder of the pack. Right, I don't think this was the right move at the right time, because it's a long way to go on his own. But Will Mead at front, 43 seconds. Can he bridge it alone? I don't think Rob McEwen's letting him, because he's matching him for watts. And so is Dan Collins. So I have a feeling those 3 are going to bring Will back, and I think that could be that could hurt him a little bit. Bearing in mind these have still got another 11k, another 10k, sorry, another 10k to go. That's a bold move. 10k out. They're only 1 second off, and I've got a feeling in a little bit of the decline those three will be back on. It seems like the group behind, the one that's got Mike Latchin in, these lot are now on that same climb, and it is quite spread, right? They were quite close together, and it seems Kev Fowler's trying to break away by the looks of it. Kev Fowler's trying to break away, Mike Latchin's gone with him. Chris Lane, Jim B, Rich Smith, Harry Nansen are all sat in that group behind, trying to bridge the gap. And we got Martin Cracknell just in a bit of no man's land here, which is really frustrating. There's nothing worse than being in no man's land. There is someone. Is that Nick Howarth? 36 seconds behind. Do you want to sit up and wait for them, or do you want to push on? So shall we try and catch the finish? So we should be able to catch the finish of the CCAT race. So this is the front of the CCAT race now. They've only got 4K to go. What is it? 18.6. 18.6 if it's correct. It was a little bit out last week, so I actually missed the finish. I was a little bit gutted with that. Oh, this isn't the lead. Oh, devastated. So the lead group is a little bit further up the road, 13 seconds. So this is the lead group of CCATs. So they've only got less than 3K to go. Remember, Jim Coulson's nice in the mix there for the CCAT GC. It's one of the top 3 or 4. Angela's in there, and she's leading the ladies category at the minute, so it looks like she's going to extend her lead. Where's Rich Barrett in there? Where's Rich Barrett? He is leading the CCAT, and there's no Pat Weir tonight, it looks like. So is Jim Coulson, who's in 5th, is he going to jump up the category? So it looks like we've had an attack on the front here. And again, still T Dobson. Thomas Dobson, Tom Dobson, whatever you would like to go by. Right, have a quick look on Zwift Power because I can only see T up there. Right, it's Thomas Dobson. Right, it looks like this group's going to bridge it back on. Did he burn all his matches a little bit too early? So for anyone watching the stream, it seems to be a bit of a connection issue tonight, but I'm recording this, so I will upload it on the same channel, unedited, straight after this. Or it looks like I think he went a bit too early. So who we're seeing? So Angela's now pushed off and is leading the way there. What a great time to save your feather for. Right, saving it at the best possible time where everyone else has used it a little bit earlier, and you can see them now going backwards. What a fantastic move, because these are now really struggling to get back onto our wheel. And you can see now she's pulling out daylight between them. What a fantastic move at this time. However, we have a rider coming back. Oh, they're back together. That would have hurt a few of them there. That would have hurt a few of them. But we're going to stay with these to the finish now, because there's only a K to go. So we know that we've got that last long drag. which I think is going to hurt all the legs. So we got on here Rich Parry, Matt Whittaker, Jim Coulson, Tom Dobson, Angela Laycock, Ben Pasala. I'm gonna murder that. Alright, please correct me. Oh, here we go. This is looking strong. Strong finish here by the Sea Cat. And it's looking like, oh, it's not. Look at Jim. Jim comes through for the finish. Oh, what, that was tight on the line by Angela and Ben there. So that was what a finish that was. Brilliant finish. Right, let's quickly jump forward and see how the A-Cat are getting on, because they're at 22 kilometers. So how are we looking at the C-Cat, D-Cat? So are we going to be able to see the end of the D-Cat? We might be able to catch the end of the D-Cat here. And then hopefully get back to the front to see the lead of the A-Cat. So D-Cat, we've got Jay Murdoch. So these have got a couple of K to go. Just keeping an eye out on the distances here. So that was about a K shorter than I was expecting. I was expecting 18.6, but I think that was like 17. I think that was about 17k. So I think the charts are slightly out here, but this is commanding this by Jay Murdoch. So it's Jock Murdoch. Oh, and who's just gone through there? Who's just gone through? And Foskett. I'm terrible with names, so please don't murder me if I've butchered your name tonight. But these three seem to be the lead pack for the D's. Nice to see the army kit on display. We'd prefer you to wear your core kit, so we can kind of just give a bit of commentary on which core riders individuals are. So these have got about a K to go. Let me quickly jump over to the A-Cat and just see where they are, because they should be in and around this kind of area as well. So they've only got a couple of K to go as well. So we will hopefully, and let's jump back to D-Cat, see the finish of the D-Cat, and then we'll fly back over to A-Cat and see that. So this is, you can see the big long drag up here, and they're playing it pretty cool at the minute. I'm not seeing any power-ups going off. Are they saving it? They're saving it for the darker sections. See, it would be at this point, if I was feeling good, this is where I'd attack. And it looks like it's happening now. Oh, there's going to be some reaction. So he's not getting away with it yet. Was that premature? Or was that daylight? There's daylight, but they're not allowing it. Oh, he is. He's starting to. So, N Foskett, sorry. He's starting to bridge, form a big gap here. I think that was quite a commanding move there, but remember, it's quite flat at the top, right? Because it went down to a sprint in the last one. So, oh, it's nice to see his rider taking a drink. I hope he's taking plenty on. But this looks like the move, the winning move, unless these two behind can pull it off. But they're coming back. He's doing 2 watts per kilo, they're doing 3. So look, they are bridging. Jay Murdoch's bridging over, right? There is not much time left. So he needs to get on the pedals if he wants to win this, because he is coming from behind. And once he gets to a certain distance, he will have the draft. He's closing in quickly. He is. So he's only doing 1.5 watts per kilo, and he's doing 3 behind. So I think, did he go too early on the climb and burn everything? I hope not, but it's looking unlikely. We can see the finish line up there. He's on his wheel. When's the sprint going to start? And it looks like he's come through. Oh no, clever. He's sat on the wheel. Is it going to go down to a 2-up sprint? And who's going to go first, eh? Now I'd be going now. I'm a 250 metre sprinter. So there we go. There we go. Jay Murdoch's gone. No reaction whatsoever. Oh, devastated after that. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Is it too late? Is it too late? It is. It's too late. It's too late as he crosses the line. Right. But well done. Well done. Right. We need to get to the ACAT race quickly, because I think they're going to be closing in on this exact same part now. So they are. Oh, look at that for timing. So Rob McEwen. Let's stick with Rob, because Rob has got a good sprint on him as well. So Will Mead is 45 seconds in the lead, and he has absolutely destroyed this group from the first lap. He went from the first lap, and it looks like these three have dropped D-Hibbert. Right, so it's going to be a 3-up sprint with these three. Remember, as we pass the top of here and we go around the corner, right, it's going to be flat out. Now I'm torn here. Dan Collins, infantry. Rob McEwen is a teammate in Team Not Poggy. Oh, Dan Collins has gone early. He's gone early. Right, has Rob saved it? Is he? And it looks like Dan Collins, Will Blunt. Or is Rob going to come back with this? Oh, it looks like Will Blunt's got it. Is Rob coming back? Rob's started now. Oh, he started that a bit late, but it looks like Rob's going to come through for third. So it was Will Mead, Dan Collins, Rob, and then Will Blunt. Right, so quickly, let's get to the BCAT. We get to catch the BCAT finish, hopefully. Right, so they've still got, is this the lead group? Is this the lead group on the road? You have to wait until it comes up. Yes, this is the lead group, right? Let's have a quick look at Oh, we've already seen the finish of the DCAT, and so this is it. Oh, I went on the wrong one. Right, here we go. Technical issue. Let's stick with Russ Miller. So we've seen it in a bit of a reverse order there, didn't we? We got to see the finishes of the other races, but not in necessarily the same order. So who's going to win this then? So we've got Kev Thompson, who's doing well in the GC standards. Rob Ferguson, who is TH. Right, like I say, it's a bit frustrating with the names sometimes on Zwift because you can't see who's who. Russ is dropping back slightly here, and we go to the front here. We've got Rich Frake, sorry, take my teeth out, who's now pushing on the pedals, right? He's doing 5.5 watts per kilo. Is this the commanding move that is gonna? Oh, he's blew them apart. That's a huge gap he's caused there, right? 2 seconds to Rob Ferguson, who's trying to bridge it, and he's actually doing more watts now than what he is. But is the group going to come back from this? Because remember, once you get to the top here, I'm not seeing a lot of feathers. Did they use them earlier? Have they saved them for this part? There we go. Must have heard me. Again, if anyone's watching the stream, I will delete the stream after this and upload this as a video, because for whatever reason the internet's been terrible. Oh, unfortunately Russ has dropped off the back as well, so when I go back to find riders that I'm following, I am following Russ, and he's 11 seconds off this, 12 seconds off this now. So it looks like this was the move. This was the commanding move, and I'm only watching back there to see if they're going to bridge it, but it's split them. Looks like Rob Ferguson is going to hopefully close this down, because he's doing 5 watts per kilo versus 4. But we are on the flat now. We're on a little bit of downhill. Remember, he's going to turn this corner. He's got 2 corners to go, I believe. And it looks like, unless there's a monumental effort behind, which he's trying, he is trying, he's doing almost 6 watts per kilo, right? He's 3 seconds off, and he is absolutely powering down. I'll give him his dues, he's not letting this go without a fight, and he's got it down to 2 seconds. So let's have a look. Is he going to get within sprinting distance, and who's going to go first? Oh, this is a fantastic final sprint. He's got to go now, really. He's got to go now. If he doesn't go, I don't think there's enough space to close that down if he doesn't go now. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we were seeing it unfold. Too big of an effort earlier on, right? But we are seeing 1, 2, and the battle for third behind is between a couple of them. So let's have a look who we got. We got a sprint going on for third here, and it looks like D Metcalf, Kev Thompson's coming through. Oh, look, maybe Kev Thompson got it on the line. And we've got a lot of riders still down the road here. There's a lot of riders kind of spread out all over the place. It is a tough course, and those climbs definitely made riders pay for it. So it's Matt Davies coming across the line now for 9th place. Who we got behind? He's got Adam Adey coming round. You can see the finish line now. This is a tough course, and I don't care what anyone says. That's why I'm so glad I'm not racing it tonight. But thanks for watching, everyone. What I will say is, like I say, the stream will be uploaded as a video later on, because I get that it's been a little bit lumpy, and I'll I'll reposition my internet, or at least turn my kids' tablets off at this time of night, because it hasn't been this lumpy when I've been streaming my own races, other than that one time recently, but that's because my laptop was full, my memory was full. But thanks for watching. Next week is the final one in the series. It is stage 6, and it is a honking course, I'm not gonna lie. It is a very, very punchy, hilly course, and it will be on the 2018 World's Course in Innsbruck, right? And it is horrible, right? It is a lot of climbing. Now, I am working next week, so I will endeavour to try and stream this if I can. I will apologise if I can't. I know Ozzy's still away for a little bit, but I can't get out of work at this moment in time, so we might be missing a stream next week, which is really unfortunate. I can't do it remotely because I tried tonight, and you've got to be connected to the power source to be in the pen, so I couldn't get in the pen without being next to my bike, so I'm freezing in my garage right now. And on that, I will sign off. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll upload this as a video straight after this, so if the stream disappears off YouTube, this is where you'll find it. Right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.